And because they believe in it so much, they don't care about lesson 2, which is give it all away. Give it away. You see, Linux is open source. Anybody can take it and use it completely for free. You don't have to ask permission. You can just take Linux, grab it, build anything you want. In fact, the only thing you have to do is if you make changes to Linux and improve it, you have to share those changes with everybody else. And when I tell people this, they think, you guys are idiots. You should have seen the crestfallen look on my wife's face on our first date when I told her I worked at a nonprofit. Nobody can make any money, giving things away, right? Well, that's not true, and I'm going to prove it to you. What if I showed you 3 companies, one based entirely on free and open source software, one based partially on free and open source software, and one that's completely based on closed software. They don't give anything away, they sell it. What do you think the results from those companies would look like? Well, here's what it would look like. This is a chart showing Red Hat, IBM, and Microsoft's results for the last 5 years. And at the top, Red Hat, a software company that gives away free software, that bases their entire company on free software, self-service and support, has gone up almost 200% in the last 5 years. IBM, which all of you have heard of, it might surprise you to know they sell billions of dollars of hardware, which contain almost entirely free software. And Microsoft at the bottom sells closed software that they create by themselves and sell for a price. In the last half decade, they have returned almost no shareholder value. So when I tell people this, they say, okay, Jim, that makes sense. We get it. But there's just one hole we can put into your argument, right? I mean, it makes sense. Red Hat's doing well. This is a movement that we think is the future. But what about Apple, right? You think you all got me, right? How many people here have an iPhone? All right. I want you to do something with me. Take it out, go into the settings, go into general, about, and legal notices, right? And you're going to see something interesting in there. Inside of every iPhone, every iPad, there is free software. You'll see the GNU public license from the Free Software Foundation. You will see the names of prominent open source developers. You will see oodles and oodles of free software. Because Apple knows something that many people don't, but that I'm showing you today, which is when you stand on the shoulders of giants, when you use free software and take part in this grand collaboration, you can innovate at ever higher levels. And that's what Apple does, and it's pretty smart. So if anybody tells you you can't make money by giving things away, you tell them they are wrong.